Here we are looking at another 101G in this case, 1930, black Rexine. And we have a few issues with this, which is why it's here with me. To start, we have an interesting handle assembly on here. Somebody has bolted a leather strap in place, but the problem here is those nuts and bolts are beginning to score the Rexine and make a hole. Not good, not good. That has to go. I have handles. That the original will be back on there, be no problems. Then we had a little issue here. Yeah, that's a matter of just putting that back on, readjusting it, lubing it up a little bit. Not a big deal. Biggest issue, and this is machine 132408, model 101. Biggest issue, however, is this. Nothing's happening. Now, I haven't taken the motor apart yet, so I don't know for sure, but when I see this, no effort, nothing going on, no noises inside, you know, it's not spinning. I believe we do have a broken mainspring in there. I keep these mainsprings in stock just for this, mostly because they usually tend to be weak. So I've gotten to the point now when I'm doing a 100 or a 101 or a 102, I just put a new mainspring in it. I don't even bother. You know, unless I open up the barrel in there and it's really obvious the spring's just been done, or it's really strong. You can tell when these springs are weak, they're like a wet noodle when you take them out. They don't unwind very well. You can tell. After you've done enough of these, you really can tell. So I was going to put a new mainspring in this anyway, but this does explain why there were mainspring issues and the motor wasn't working properly. So we'll get that done. Of course, all 101s come with number 4 reproducer. And that's a really nice looking reproducer too. You know, it's not all bubbled up and cracked. I'll show you the back here in a second. Maybe a little bit on top there, it's starting to get it. This is very likely the pot metal back, almost certain of it. Generally, when you see, you know, when the isolated gasket extrudes beyond, you know, that generally does mean this is a pot metal. It is 1930. I would expect to see a pot metal back on this. It's a shame. It's really nice. And of course, I will try to get it out very gently and delicately without breaking it. If that's impossible, I will leave it as is and we'll explore other options to rebuild that. Or get one for it that can be rebuilt. Looks like we got decent brake leather on there. Looks like it's not that old either. It's hard to tell sometimes. Nice tone arm. No, it's pretty tight. There's not a lot of slop in there. Now, I have sometimes found these gaskets to be still pliable, even after 80, 90 years. Amazing, isn't it? You know, I've never had that happen with a Victor gasket, but sometimes with these HMVs, I have had that happen. Where I've opened up old brass number 4s, HMV number 4s, and I have found a gasket in there that was still soft, much to my amazement. This does look like it's original. I don't think it's ever been messed with. We will find out when I get into it, which is not going to be right this moment. But everything else looks pretty good. You know, it's not all beat up, not all nasty, moldy and disgusting like you sometimes find them. Mortarboard's really nice shape. Looks like somebody may have set the speed on it. We'll find that out. I'll have to reset it anyway once I have it apart and back together again. I don't see an excessive amount of filth in there. A little bit is normal, which is what I see. But it does look okay. Huh. Why am I seeing a couple of little screw holes here? That should not be for this motor, but that's all right. Not the end of the world there either. All right, I guess that's about it for now. This is just a preliminary look. I am going to take this completely apart for the usual service, but not today as I have other things going on. But just wanted a quick look.